So we've got some stuff that we've got to get done before these goat babies start getting here. This is Justin at ABC Acres. Before we get started, you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like this video. Thanks for watching. Okay, so the goal today is we're gonna build a permanent hay feeder for the stall in the barn. So we've been using hay nets in our kidding stalls and they work, but if we can build these permanent hay feeders, it'll just make life a little bit easier and make it a little bit quicker to go down and just throw some hay in. We're just gonna be using some leftover 2x4s, some plywood that we used from our chicken coop and some other projects we've had around the farm. All right, we got the first one cut. I just eyeballed it, took some measurements down in the barn of where it's gonna hang. Hopefully, this is gonna work. Both sides are cut, lined up pretty straight. I am no master carpenter. We'll put that disclaimer out now. Don't claim to be. We're just gonna do the best we can. It's a hay feeder. Time to get some 2x4s cut. We got everything cut, 2x4s, plywood, everything's cut, ready to put together. And in typical fashion for me, I don't have the right screws to get this put together. I could make it work with some other screws I've got, but we're just gonna wait. We'll be back here in the morning to finish this up. We're back, everybody. It's the next day and we got some screws last night. We're gonna get this hay feeder together, take it down to the barn, see how it works. I think we got it. It'll sit against the wall and we're gonna run some pieces down through here about 2 to 3 inches apart, just enough to where the goats can get their mouths in and pull hay out and maybe not make a huge mess dragging it all out on the ground. I think this is gonna work pretty good. We are done with the hay feeder. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I would like for these to have been a little closer together, but these strips were a little bit wider than I thought, and it just wasn't gonna work out in the spacing. It's about 24 inches tall from top to bottom. The top of the feeder is about 1 foot wide. The bottom is the width of a 2x4. We all know is not actually 4 inches. And these ended up being spaced about 3 1/4, 3 1/2 inches apart. Let's get some screws, our driver, and hang this thing up in the stall. You girls are loud today. Sheesh. What's wrong with everybody? Hey, you girls are gonna have to be quiet. We're trying to film a video. So I wanted to hang the feeder on this side so it'd be easy to just throw the hay right over from this outside, but I can get it secured better if I put it on this side. I can fasten it from the side into this 4x4 post and underneath to this horizontal 2x4 going across the barn. The hay feeder is officially ready to go. This thing's not going anywhere. I think this will work good. We don't have these does locked in here that long unless there's an issue. It's normally just a few days after they kid, and then we start trying to work them back out in the pasture. I call this one success. I do have one more I need to make to put in this stall over here. I don't need to worry about that one till we put cinnamon clover and poppy all up at the same time, and we'll want that new feeder in the other stall before the middle of March. I don't know why you guys are yelling at me, Poppy. You like those head scratches right between the horns. One thing, well, a couple things I need to do now. This girl needs her shot, and we're going to trim her hooves. She's probably not going to be a big fan. Not you, Poppy. Okay, I did a video last year about this. This is the CD&T vaccine. If you give it to your doe within a month, that last month before she kids, then she can pass this on to your kids, and they'll be covered for the first little bit after they're born. So after we give it a good little rub, it'll be good to go. That wasn't so bad, was it, Maple? No. We got her hoofs trimmed. We got her vaccine, and she's good to go. What are you doing back there? What are you doing, Poppy? It'll be your turn here before long, don't you worry. I have one more project I would like to get done before Maple has her babies and kitten season gets started. It's not going to take long at all for this, but I'm also not going to bore you guys with this. I'm just going to show you what it is. So we have these lights that were mounted up on our barn. They were just stuck to these boards right here with the sticky side. You can see right here, it just had like sticky tape on here. After a while it wears off, gets dirty, gets dirt and junk on it, and they fall. So we're gonna try to scrape this off and use an epoxy or something to mount them back up over, one over each stall, and then we had one or two over here in the open area where the girls hang out. So these lights are super cool and they're super cheap. They're just a push button. You just push and turn them on and off. They're LED, and they take 3 AAA batteries. So these came from Harbor Freight, but if I can find them, I'll leave a link in the description to these lights or a newer version, whatever they have now. But if you need a good light, cheap, in your goat barn or anywhere else in the storage area or something, these lights are pretty sweet. And that's going to wrap it up for today, guys. Appreciate you hanging out with me yesterday evening and today while we worked on some projects for the goat barn. Just wanted to show you guys what we came up with. If you like that idea, maybe it'll work for you and your setup. Thank you guys so much for your support. Make sure to go check us out on social media at ABC Acres. I hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you on the next video. God bless.